students, welcome to all who are watching these videos. In this video, I am explaining the permutations and combinations MSET problems, and this is the video number 6. And the students who will follow these videos will definitely get very good marks in the coming MSET examination. So all of you watch the videos, make the notes, practice the sums, okay? And in the description, I am giving the permutations and combinations practice problems PDF. So all of you, after watching the video, once open the description and see the PDF and solve those questions also. Those are also very important sums. Okay, let us start the class. Now this is sum number 40. The problem is the sum of the integers from 1 to 100 that are divisible by 2 are 5. Okay, we want the sum of the integers which lies between 1 to 100. We want the sum of the integers which lies between 1 to 100. What is the condition? Which are divisible by 2 or divisible by 5. Okay. So first I take the numbers which are divisible by 2. What are the numbers? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and so on 100. These are all the numbers divisible by 2. And next I write the numbers which are divisible by 5. 5, 10, 15 and so on. Now see here, some of the numbers are common in both of these sets. Okay, what are those common numbers? See here, here we have the 10 number, here we have the 10 number. That is 10, 20, 30 and so on 100. These are the common numbers in these two sets. Okay, that is we are removing the common numbers here. Okay, so what is the given question? We want the sum of all these values. Okay, listen. So 2, 4, 6 and so on is all these values. 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus and so on plus 100. Just adding all these values plus this is 5 plus 10 plus 15 and so on 100. Okay, minus 10 plus 20 plus 30 and so on 100. We want this value. That is the given question. So first taking 2 common here, 2 into. After taking 2 common, then what we get here? 1, 2, 3 and so on 50. Okay. Now 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on 50. Sum of the n natural numbers. Sum of the n natural numbers is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. 50 into 51 by 2. Understand? First I take 2 common here. Then what we get? 1 plus 2 plus 3 and so on plus 50. That is the sum of the n natural numbers. N into n plus 1 by 2. N is equal to 50. 50 into 51 by 2. Plus, now I take 5 common here. After 5 taking common, what we get? 1, 2, 3 and so on 20. That is the remaining values are 1 plus 2 plus 3 and so on 20. That is the sum of the 20 natural numbers. 20 into 21 by 2. Okay, n into n plus 1 by 2. Minus, here also first I take 10 common. What are the remaining values? 1, 2, 3 and so on 10. That is n into n plus 1 by 2. 10 into 11 by 2. Now cut this number here, cut this number here, cut this number. What is common in all these values? 50, 50, 50. Now taking 50 common, then we get 51 plus 21 minus 11. 50 into 61. That is equals to 530. Therefore the answer is equal to 3050, and that is the second option. That's all. Next question, sum number 41. Let A is equal to 0, 1, 2 and so on be a set consisting of different digits, and the number of ways in which the 10-digit number can be made in which 1 is always ahead of 2 and repetition of digits is not allowed. Okay, listen. Here we have one set. A is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10 digits are there. The number of ways in which we have to form the 10-digit numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have to form the 10-digit number. What is the condition? Which can be made like that, in which 1 is always ahead of 2. Okay, listen. First, I am forming the 10-digit number. Many ways we can find the 10-digit numbers. We can fill this gap in only 9 ways. We don't take 0 at this place. If we take 0 here, then it becomes the 9-digit number. That is, we can fill this gap in by the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That can be done in 9 ways. Okay. repetition is not allowed. Now we can fill the remaining gaps by the remaining 9 numbers in 9 factorial ways. Okay, already here we used 1 digit. Now we can fill the remaining gaps by the remaining numbers in 9 factorial. Remaining numbers is equal to 9, remaining gaps is equal to 9. Therefore, the number of 10-digit numbers is equal to 9 into 9 factorial. But what is the condition? 1 is always ahead of 2. So, first here I take one number here. See the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Suppose this is 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 0. Suppose this is the 10-digit number and the second number is equals to 2, 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 5, 0. That is, numbers 1 is ahead of 2 and in some of the numbers 2 is ahead of 1. That is, in the half of the numbers, the condition 1 is always ahead of 2 and in half of the numbers 2 is ahead of 1. That is, the required answer is 9 into 9 factorial by 2. In half of the numbers, always remember that in half of the numbers 1 is ahead of 2 and in half of the numbers 2 is ahead of 1. That is, the required answer is 9 into 9 factorial by 2. That's all. That is, we take the half of the numbers is the answer and that is the third option. That's all. Next question, sum number 42. The number of arrangements of the letters of the word banana in which the two ends don't appear adjacently. Okay, listen. The number of ways of arranging the letters of the word banana. So, this is the given word banana. What is the condition? In which the two ends don't appear adjacently. The two ends don't come together. The two ends don't come together means first leave the two ends and arrange the remaining 4 letters. Okay. We can arrange the 4 letters in 4 factorial ways. Okay. We can arrange the 4 letters in 4 factorial ways. But 4 factorial by 3 factorial. Why? Because here A is repeated thrice here. That is, the first arrangement is 4 factorial by 3 factorial. Number of ways of arranging these 4 letters in the 4 factorial by 3 factorial ways. Now what are the gaps here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In these 5 gaps we have to arrange the remaining 2 ends. That can be done in 5p2. Understand? That is, that can be done in 5p2 by 2 factorial. N is repeated twice, that is, we take the 2 factorial. Therefore, the answer is 4 factorial by 3 factorial into 5p2 by 2 factorial. Now, taking the simplification, 4 factorial is equal to 24, 3 factorial is equal to 6. 5p2, 5 into 4, 20 by 2. Okay, this is cancelled by 10 times and it is 4 times. Therefore, answer is equal to 40. That's all. Question sum number 43. The number of permutations that can be made out of the letters of the word entrance so that the two ends are always together. So, given that the condition is two ends are always together. Two ends are always together means first we treat the two ends as one unit. Okay. Always together means always remember that we treat the two letters as one unit. What are the remaining letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, total is equal to 8 here. So, 6 plus 1 unit. 6 plus 1 unit is equal to 7. And we can arrange these 7 letters in 7 factorial ways. Okay, we can arrange these 7 letters in 7 factorial. And the two ends are rearranged in 2 factorial ways. That is, the answer is 7 factorial into 2 factorial by. So, see here, E is repeated twice, that is 2 factorial. N is repeated twice, that is 2 factorial. Therefore, the final answer is 7 factorial by 2 factorial. Understand? First, we treat the two ends as one unit. Remaining letters is equal to 6 and this 6 plus 1 is equal to total 7. Now, we can arrange the 7 letters in 7 factorial ways. And the two ends can be rearranged in 2 factorial. But here in the arrangements we have the letter E is repeated twice means we take by 2 factorial. Similarly, N is repeated twice means again we take by 2 factorial. Therefore, the answer is 7 factorial by 2 factorial and that is the third option. Okay. Next question, sum number 44. The number of quadratic expressions with the quotients drawn from the set 0, 1, 2, 3 is only 48 but not 64. This is the assertion, and what is the reason given here? The quotient of x square in the quadratic expression ax square plus bx plus c cannot be 0. So, here two statements are given. We have to tell which of the statement is true and what is the relation between the statements. Okay, so first listen. What is the first statement assertion? The number of quadratic expressions with the quotients drawn from 0, 1, 2, 3 is 48. Okay, what is the quadratic expression? Ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, that is, we have to select three numbers from these four numbers. Okay, to form the quadratic expression, we want three values a, b, c. That is, we want to fill the three gaps here. We want the a, b, c three values. Okay, listen. We can fill the first gap in only three ways, not in four ways. Why? Because when we take here a is equal to 0, then it is not the quadratic equation. What is the condition in a quadratic equation? A not equals to 0. A is equal to 0, it is not a quadratic equation. It doesn't give the quadratic equation. Okay. That is, here the condition is this is not equal to 0. That is, we can take here 1, 2, 3 only for the value of the a. Okay, that is, we can fill the first gap in only three ways. Of course, here we can take this gap, we can fill this gap in four ways, and here also we can fill this gap in four ways. That is, what are the possibilities here? 4 into 4, 16 into 3, that is equals to 48. That is the number of ways in which we can select the values ABC from the given set, 48 ways, but not 64. Okay, suppose we take that we can fill the first gap in four ways, second gap in four ways, third gap in four ways, like that. Okay, then what we get? 4 into 4, 16, 16 into 4 is equal to 64. But not like that here. Since we don't fill the first gap by the 0 here, we can fill the first gap in three ways only, since the condition is a not equal to 0. That is, this is the correct answer, this is not the correct answer. Okay, now see the first statement here. The number of quadratic equations with the quotients drawn from the set 0, 1, 2, 3 is only 48 but not 65. Exactly. The number of quadratic expressions is equal to only 48 but not 64. That is, assertion is the correct statement. Okay. Now see the answer. Reason: the quotient of x square on the quadratic expression cannot be 0. Of course, this is also correct. In the expression ax square plus bx plus c quadratic expression, the value of a cannot be 0. A not equal to 0. A must not equal to 0. Okay. So this is also the correct statement. Therefore, the answer is both a and r are true, and r is the correct explanation of a, and that is the first option. Okay. Both of the statements are true here. That is the first option. Next question, sum number 45. There are mn letters and n post boxes. The number of ways in which these letters can be posted. Okay, listen. There are mn letters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on, and mn letters. We have these letters, first letter, second letter, third letter and so on, and mn letters. We have the mn letters. And n post boxes, and also here we have the post boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on, n. We have the n post boxes. Okay, n post boxes and mn letters. What is the given question? The number of ways in which these letters can be posted. Now, the number of ways in which these letters can be posted. Okay, listen. So, we can post the first letter in either in the first box or second box or third box or fourth box and so on, nth box. That is, we have the number of chances for posting the first letter is equals to n. Okay. We can post the first letter in any of the n boxes. That can be done in n ways. Okay. Now coming to the second letter, here also we can post the second letter in any of the n boxes. That can be done in n ways. And third letter, we can post the third letter in any of the n boxes and so on. So last letter, mn, we can fill the last letter in any of the n boxes. Okay, that is n ways. Now what is the answer? N into n into n into, these are the possibilities, n into n into n into n into and so on here. In how many times we take like that? Mn times. That is, the answer is equal to n power mn. Okay, this is the required answer. We can post the first letter in n ways, second letter in n ways and last letter is n ways. That is, the answer is equal to n power mn. That's all, and that is the last option. Sum number 46. N-bit strings are made by filling the zeros or ones. Okay, N-bit strings are formed by filling the digits 0 or 1. The number of strings in which there are exactly k zeros with no two zeros consecutive is equals to. Okay, given that n-bit strings are formed by using the zeros and ones. That is, for example, 1 0 1 0 and so on so on. This is 0 0 1 1. This is the n-bit string. N-bit string means we take the combination of the zeros and ones n-digit combination of n-digit number, that is the combination of the zeros and ones. Okay, n-digit number, that is the combination of the 0 and 1s. n-bit string that is formed by using zeros and ones. What is the condition? The number of strings in which there are exactly k zeros, given that number of zeros is equal to k. Number of zeros is equal to k means 1s is equal to n minus k. Okay, total is equal to n. Total is equal to n means zeros is equal to k means what are the remaining values? N minus k. Those are equals to 1. That is, in this we have that k zeros and n minus k ones. What is the condition? In which there are exactly k zeros with not two zeros consecutive. With no two zeros consecutive means first we have to arrange the ones only. Understand? With no zeros comes together, with not zeros are consecutive, that is first of all we have to arrange the n minus k ones in n minus k factorial by n minus k factorial. Why? Because all the numbers are same here, that is n minus k factorial by n minus k factorial. Now what are the remaining gaps in between them? The number of gaps is equal to here n minus k plus 1. Okay, number of gaps is equal to n minus k plus 1. Now we have to arrange the zeros in these gaps. In these gaps we have to take the k zeros. That can be done in, we have to fill the k zeros in n minus k plus 1 gaps. That can be done in n minus k plus 1 pk by all the values are same means we take that by k factorial. Okay, now here these two numbers are cancelled, and what is the formula for npr by r factorial? npr by r factorial is equal to ncr. So here this is in the form of npr by r factorial. Therefore the answer is n minus k plus 1 ck. Okay, npr by r factorial is equals to ncr. That is n minus k plus 1 pk by k factorial is equals to n minus k plus 1 ck. Understand? So here all the zeros don't come together means first leave the zeros. First we have to arrange the remaining ones in n minus k factorial by n minus k factorial. All are same, that is by n minus k factorial. Now gaps is equal to n minus k plus 1. Now we can fill the zeros in the gaps in n minus k plus 1 pk ways. Okay, by zeros are same means we take by k factorial. Now here npr by r factorial is equal to n factorial. By applying that formula we can get the answer, and that is the second option. That's all.